So, you play the Knights faction. Yeah. So does everyone. But you want to know the specific stereotypes for each character. No, yeah, I can say this. This is definitely a soundsmith profile. But, everyone has their own opinions, and everyone can make their own videos about it. So, for there's nothing else to say, let's move forward. So you play Warden, huh? So you fall into two different scenarios. A, you're a new player who just started the game, saw the Knights faction, said, yeah, that guy looks cool, I'm gonna play him. Or B, you're a long-time player like me, got into Rep 70, or you're getting there, and you can never say anything good about this character. Warden in 1v1s is pretty solid. I'll give him that. His bash mix-ups give him the tools to be a good 1v1 character. But this is for honor. We don't play duels. We play Dominion. In Dominion, this character can struggle in a lot of different scenarios, i.e. having bad light attacks, bad chase tools, bad heavies, and just overall bad options. Overall, these options have gotten better over time, like his zone not making you an old man and running you out of stamina instantly, and his unblockables getting better tracking to hit other targets. That's good and fun and all. But there's still just better characters. Conqueror. You like to be annoying. Now, Conqueror isn't fantastic. He's very, very annoying and frustrating. You, as a Conqueror, go into points, go into 1v1s, ready to bash the life out of your opponent mercilessly. And if they have a dodge attack, you're just gonna full block it when you see it coming. You love to make your opponent have to play the game because that's what Conqueror does. Being able to spam bashes and unblockables is such a strong tool, but once you're in 4s and you're getting ganked with no chase tool, you're kind of left in the dust. Really? You play this character? Yeah, okay, in 1v1s, Peacekeeper can be pretty decent. But again, we don't play 1v1s here. Peacekeeper in Dominion is one of the worst characters in the game. Practically borderline throwing if you pick her. Now, why do I say that? Peacekeeper's lights are really bad. Her heavies do little to no damage. And she really crutches on bleed. Now, how do you hit bleed? Well, obviously with your soft feints and your heavy finishers, right? What, they're not locked onto you? They're externally looking away from you? Huh. Damn. So I just realized I didn't make a stereotype for PK. I just explained how bad the character is. So the stereotype is you're either a duels player, or you know PK is bad in Dominion, you still pick PK in Dominion, and then you complain about it. Lawbringer. Again, you kind of fall into two characters here. You're either a new player who saw a really big guy with a bunch of cool armor and said, yeah, I want to play him. In fact, that's kind of how I started with the game. Back then, when I finally the first download of the game, I watched the cartoons video on Lawbringer and said, wow, he looks really cool. Or B, you're a longtime player who understands that Lawbringer is very good in one playstyle and one playstyle only, but it's just a boring counterattack playstyle. And with all these bash changes, can't really counterattack those with this lackluster dodge attack. Overall, he's just kind of really boring to go up against if they know what they're doing. But if not, there's worse. Santa. This character has gone through some of the highest and lowest points of the game. being one of the best to one of the worst to one of the best back to one of the worst. This character, for some reason, has the lowest health in the game, even though he's wearing full breastplate armor. If you play Scent, you kind of understand he's not good, but you still want to play him anyway because he's really, really cool and his moveset is fun when it works. But you still complain that the character is not as good as he used to be. Over time, this character is just kind of falling out of the meta over and over again. But you don't care. You just want to look cool or stupid and punch the shit out of your enemies. Oh, Gladiator. Copy. You're one of two players. You're A, the fun one, who tries to use his entire kit to bamboozle your enemies, aka you use the parry punish, you use skewer as much as possible, and you try to play the game as much as possible, giving a fun time with your opponent, even going for a lot of deflects, because he has one of the flashiest deflect in the game. Or you are that player that only zones, only toe stabs, and constantly fades skewer into toe stab, or just toe stabs, because it's basically free damage. You will pair yourself with a Shigoki or anyone with charged heavies, and you will sit there and you will toe stab the living shit out of someone while your friend goes for the unblockable. You are not fun. Blackbriar. There's again two different types of Blackbriars. There's the annoying one who goes for boring, just I'm gonna bash you, I'm gonna bash you, I'm gonna bash you. I'm not gonna use my entire kit, I'm just gonna try to bait out a dodge attack, or I'm just gonna bash you. Or you're the fun one who goes for really cool flip montage, reset cancels, where it looks really cool. Because let's be real, flip is one of the most fun mechanics in the game to even pull off. And it just feels so good when you do it. I'm gay, I'm super gay, I'm gonna suck your cock! So you play Warmonger, huh? Well, you're one of two people. You're the person who spams dodge attack heavy to break your opponent's indicators in ganks, giving them no chance at all to really play the game. Or B, you're the person who realizes this is just better Warden. Better light attacks, better heavy attacks, better chase tools, better bash, better hyper armor, better everything really. And maybe you just want to look like Apollyon. Griffin, oh Griffin. One of the most, I would say, controversial characters of the game. From release, being as broken as he was that players were literally playing him blindfolded and still putting up a fight. And then nerfed to absolutely nothing and no one playing him anymore. Nowadays, I mean, to see a Griffin is pretty average. I mean, like, you see him every like 1 to 3 games. It's not that unoften to see a Griffin. But you kind of fall into two player bases here. Either A, the person who just kind of plays Griffin because you don't know what else to really play. You don't want to play Lawbringer, but you want to play Lawbringer, Kinsei, and Highlander all at the same time. Or you're B, you're the player that complains that Griffin is no longer what he used to be, and you will never let Ubisoft go for nerfing him because the neutral bash was fair and balanced, the kick damage was fair, everything was fair, Ubisoft ruined him. Well, that seems to be the end of it for this episode. That's been all the nights. And just remember, at the end of the day, this is just purely for entertainment purposes. There's no slander, there's no trash talk, it's just for fun. Let me know which faction I should cover next, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks, Soundsmith.